Ever since the baking bug hit, I have become known as the baking mom, and my kids have had people over constantly, and it's fine. I love it. It's great, except when they surprise me by inviting people over, and I have 0 baked goods in my house because it's just been like that. So I'm going to really quickly make some sugar cookie bars to uphold my rep. I started by having to soften my butter in the microwave because, again, I was unprepared, but it works out. It's fine. It's 113 grams of butter and 150 grams of white sugar. You cream those together until they are nice and smooth. And while that's going, add 140 grams of flour, 4 grams of baking powder, and 2 grams of salt to a separate bowl, and then set to the side. Once your butter and sugar have creamed together, add 1 egg, 100 grams of sourdough discard, and as much vanilla as your heart tells you is correct. And then mix those together for longer than you will think because you want it to be nice and creamy, okay? While that's going, you can go ahead and grease your baking dish. And then once everything is incorporated, add in your dry ingredients to your wet ingredients. When that's all done, you'll have a nice, soft, fluffy dough. And you'll use a spatula to spread it evenly in your baking dish. And then you will add it to a 350-degree oven for between 28 and 35 minutes. While that's going, you can go ahead and put together your icing. For this particular recipe, I started with a smaller amount of butter, but then I realized I wanted more of a fluffy icing, so it ended up being 1 stick of butter, about 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, some vanilla, and just a tiny bit of salt to cut the sweetness. And when I was all done with that, my cookie was ready to come out of the oven perfectly. Once it cooled, I added my icing and I topped with these fancy unicorn sprinkles. And then since there was a horde of young children in my house, it was time to cut them up, taste test for quality control, and then give them to the children before sending them back to their parents.
What did you say?
They were a little cakey and a lot delicious. I called them cakeys instead of cookies, and the kids loved it. You should try them and let me know what you think.